Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com. Chris Nolan grew up in New York until he joined the U.S. Marine Corps in 1996. He then joined the U.S. Capitol Police until making the transition to real estate. Shortly after, the Nolan Group was formed. They continue to strive for the best possible experience for buyers and sellers. How can they help you in your journey? And now, here's the Nolan Show with your host, Chris Nolan.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nolan Show. Hope you had a great week out there. With us as always, we have Kayla Lambert. How you doing, Kayla?
I'm doing well.
Awesome, glad to hear it. And we got Mr. Jesse over there behind the controls.
Hey everybody!
How you doing today, Jesse?
Hey, doing well, doing well.
So actually, right before we kicked this thing off, we actually did find out that his wife may or may not feel like cooking dinner tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
So it was really on the fence. So you'll have to let us know how that turns out there, Jesse.
I will. Stay tuned next week.
Awesome. We look forward to it. Well, hopefully you don't fade away between here and there.
I don't think I will.
But and how you been there, Kayla? You staying out of trouble?
Yeah, super busy.
Yeah. So what's going on?
Been doing a lot of showings, inspections up in Palm Bay, down in South Vero. Been all around.
You've been moving all around, put miles on that nice new car you got?
Oh yeah, it's up there.
Up there.
I already went over 10,000 miles since I bought it in November.
Oh, what kind of car is it?
A Corolla.
Oh, Corolla, okay.
And I took it up to New Jersey and the Poconos.
Okay.
So that did take a lot of miles on it, but
yeah, but I mean that's what I don't buy cars to let them sit. You know, I like to drive. So yeah, my car is a 17 and it has 170,000 miles on it. So
ooh.
Yeah, so you'll be right behind me.
I know all those Maryland trips back and forth.
Well, Maryland and over to the West Coast and north part of Florida, down south, and especially now with this big move. We're expanding, so now I'm hitting different territories, reaching out to different agents. So it's actually kind of cool. Which I bought the car for driving purposes. So I'm glad to be doing it.
Oh, well, your car's like a driving billboard, anyways.
Well, right now it looks a little rough until I get the new wrap on there. So for anybody that's seen me, no, I was not in a car accident. It's just I gotta get the new wrap. So
yeah,
but. It's almost. I got an appointment for May 10th, so it'll be all wrapped up with all the fresh numbers and all that good stuff. So it'll look good. So can't wait to get that done so it looks complete again. Because right now I kind of feel like it's not complete.
Yeah, people are probably thinking you got in a wreck.
Pretty
cautious.
Much. Actually, you know what though? It is super beneficial though, because when I go to cross an intersection, like if somebody's debating on whether or not to try and shoot out in front of me, they're like, "Oh no, he's already been in one crash. I don't want to get in his way." So it's actually worked out my benefit at least twice so far.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like, no, you go ahead. It's kind of cool. Now, Jesse, I don't know if we talked about this, but Kayla had to use my car for an open house, right?
Okay.
So we have, the car is all wrapped. So it's got our brand name on there. And Kayla used it because in this particular community, we couldn't put up signs.
Okay.
Right? A lot of HOA communities won't allow us to put up signs.
Right.
So she calls me afterwards and she says, "You know what? I love driving your car." And I said, "Why is that?" She says, "Well, my car, when I stop to put out the street signs, like outside of the community, I always have to shut it off when I go to put the sign so nobody steals it. But your car has your name and number all over it. So who's going to steal your car?" So,
that's a good point.
Yeah, it's a privilege.
I was like, I was thinking about it. I was like, this is great, except for the fact that now I know my car's on the side of the road running with nobody in it.
Just for less than a minute.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you.
I run.
I leave it running too. So, but it was funny when you called me with that.
Yeah.
So it did make me laugh. So now that I know my car's sitting out there with the keys in it running for anybody to take.
Yeah, I was on a busy intersection.
But that being said, I wanted to do like this marketing campaign, and I had this whole idea, and it was actually pretty cool, but I've been shot down enough, so I don't mind saying it now. So the idea was I wanted to have my car and like film it being chased by the local police department, because we do so much to support local law enforcement. Mm-hmm. And then when we stop the chase, jump out and give the keys to either a new veteran or a law enforcement officer, the keys to their new house. of course, I could not get any agency to work with me on this. But if it was stolen legitimately, that would have been a great video we could have used, right? And just dubbed in.
It's premeditated now.
Well, maybe it doesn't work now, but I mean, it would have been a cool idea. What do you think?
Who's stealing it?
I don't know, but you're the one leaving it on the side of the road running.
It's I gotta think about it more.
Just if you're gonna get out, keep your cell phone camera ready.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, I mean, we can't plan it, but that'd be beneficial. Just messing with you, but it would have been a cool idea if we could have gotten it through. But I figured nobody would go for it. But
it's too fun.
We'll just have to try some other stuff. Now, we did have actually not too long ago, also Kayla listed a piece of property. That property was so far off the main road, we couldn't even go back there with the car. So we had to go get back and get the 4-wheel drive truck.
Oh, wow.
And then we had to follow a 4-wheeler trail down the trail. And that was a little messy too.
To be fair though, there was a road you could go down. We weren't aware of it yet.
Yeah, we found it later.
Yeah.
But it was still fun going down the 4-wheeler trail.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
What do you think? You want to do that again?
With a 4-wheeler. I felt bad for your truck. I was like, oh no. It just got dirty.
It did get dirty, but that's what they're there for, right?
Yeah.
Rinse it off and it's all good.
Yeah, you got to rinse it off though.
You're welcome to wash it next time.
Yeah, well, that's the hard part is what I was saying, you know. That's the part that's sad.
I tell you what, when we came down that little 4-wheeler trail and we hit the first little, whoop where the 4-wheelers come, I felt that truck start to sink in. I was like, ooh. So we went all the way to the floor, and all 4 of those wheels, they just started turning. We got out of it, but it was a little.
It was a good laugh.
Yeah, it was a lot of laughs. But the that was pretty cool. So we had a lot of fun with that, and that's one of the cool things about what we do is we do have fun with what we're doing out there.
Yeah, and I mean it's always a surprise.
When I was first looking for there's always something going on with this stuff. When I was looking for my house before I even got my license, I had going out looking for my own, and the realtor I was working with at that point, she says, "You're not going to believe this, so I'm just going to show it to you." And she handed me the showing instructions. And it was a little cottage down a couple blocks from the water. It was a nice little location. And she shows it to me, and I kid you not, the instructions said, when you arrive at the house, if the goose is loose, flap your arms and the goose will run back in the cage. I'm not that dumb. I am not running around flapping my arms at somebody's house. I know for sure I'm going to get recorded on video, and then I'm going to be on America's Funniest Videos or wherever else it's going to pop up at that point.
On the TikTok?
So, TikTok or whatever else. And as sure as anything, there was a goose, but the goose was kind of chill at that point. He was just went on about his business. So I didn't have to go flapping my arms.
It's a wild thing to think about.
Geese can be very protective.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, I know they can be a little aggressive.
Yeah.
Just one?
It was just one goose there, yeah. So I don't know if there was others anyplace else, but there was one goose there. Yeah. So, but they can be nasty.
Absolutely. Yeah. Mama goose. You don't stay on the way of Mama goose.
You think they got the goose for security?
A security goose.
Yeah, like that's why they bought it, maybe for security purposes.
I don't know. That's an interesting concept, though. We may be onto something. Security geese, right? We could train them, sell them. Actually, we could provide them as a closing gift. Now, for everybody listening, I would love to hear from you guys and let me know if you would like to have a security goose as a closing gift. Not saying that we're going to give them out, but just let's do this as a marketing study. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's like a gift that keeps giving,
Yeah, they keep giving. They're interesting.
Imagine if you just had a small child. Oh, it would scare them, wouldn't it? It would probably run after the small children.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, well, how small are children? Do we want to put like an age range? Like, can't give a goose to a family with children under a certain age?
Like under 4, like the size of the goose. You can't be.
Oh, give them a little goose.
No, they can't be the same size. Like the child, it can't be the same size as the goose because I feel like it would cause issues. They would chase them. I don't know.
Okay. All right. This could be interesting. Well, we've had peacocks on showings that have showed up to do their thing. All sorts of stuff that we've encountered. Actually, when I was early on in my career, one of a friend of mine, an agent, asked me to cover some showings for her, and she told me that the people were different. Okay, that's fine. And I'll never forget it because we got there and the lockbox wasn't where it was supposed to be, and I go up and the door's up on the deck on the second level, and the guy is down below, and all I can see is like through the slats. I see him drop to his knees and just start sobbing. We're at a showing. What is going on here? Well, apparently there was underneath the deck was like a skull and like 3 rib bones from like maybe a raccoon or a possum or something that had died there, and he was so upset that this animal died on its own alone. They wound up taking this thing off into the woods and had a burial service for it. And I thought, again, I was getting punked because, I mean, this doesn't make sense. And I understand, but it's a wild animal. They die, So, yeah, there's a lot of funny stuff that we encounter on these different showings. So, but just got to keep your eyes open. That's why if anybody that follows me on Facebook, they've seen, I post some stuff that I try and get pictures when I can because some of this stuff is funny. There are cars with no doors. We've had cars with just misuses of vehicles all together. So
Florida's a wild beast.
But not most of that stuff happened up in Maryland.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like the crazy cars are all in Florida when I see driving around.
Absolutely. I'm not going to argue that. There's a lot of crazy cars and people doing some silly stuff down here. But it doesn't happen just here. It's all over the place. So honestly, I was thinking about it. Well, I'm going to put a dash cam just for protection purposes in my car. But the stuff that it catches, I can't wait to have that stuff on to share online with everybody. Because some of that stuff is it's crazy what people do.
Yeah, the things you'll see.
What's the craziest thing you've seen on the road?
I think what popped into my head is I saw a man on a huge tricycle. Like, it was just, like, really big for some reason. Just on the road, regular, just driving it. It was huge.
Now, a huge tricycle, like a 3-wheel bike?
Yeah, like a huge, big wheel on the front.
Like an 1800s tricycle.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a young girl over in Sebastian that I saw running on one of those.
Oh, yeah?
But when I saw her on it, but obviously you can see, like, the technology. This was not an old bike. You could tell it was newer technology, but it had like the 48-inch front wheel and the little back wheel.
Yeah,
it was pretty neat. So all sorts of stuff. There's a guy I've seen on US 1. He commutes on a unicycle. He's up and down. I don't know if he's commuting. Have you seen him?
I've seen him.
Yeah. So there's all sorts of fun stuff out there if you just pay attention.
It inspires some people, I suppose.
Absolutely. But I'm getting a little off track. We do have to take a quick break so we can highlight some of our sponsors. But hey, Jesse, let's take that break, and everybody, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. It's heavy on your mind. Does buying a home now make the most sense? Let's talk about it. I'm Chris Nolan from the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. I'll consult you for free and formulate a roadmap to home ownership. No commitment necessary. Visit nolanshow.com.
Wild, untamed, hilarious. Riverside Theater's Comedy Zone. Experience the Treasure Coast's best stage for live stand-up comedy this Friday and Saturday night at 7 and 9 p.m. You'll laugh till it hurts. Start your night at Live in the Loop with live entertainment, food and drinks, and after, be entertained with nationally ranked comedians, including an opening act and headliner with cabaret-style seating and food and drink table service. Get tickets at riversidetheater.com.
Dr. Stephen Tate offers the safest and most efficient technique for customized cataract surgery. Patients are personally counseled on the best approach for their needs and lifestyle. From multifocal lenses that allow for distance and reading vision to toric lenses that correct astigmatism, let New Vision Eye Center guide you safely through your options. For world-class eye care on the Treasure Coast, visit newvisioneyecenter.com.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, loveseats, and chairs, including lots of slipcover styles from Universal, Four Seasons, and Capri. We have a gallery of Tommy Bahama and Lexington with styles designed for a relaxed approach to the finer things in life. Right now, we're having a summer sale with lots of great markdowns, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in Vero Beach next to Planet Fitness. Family owned and operated since 1991. Don't forget to visit our outlet and closeout store directly across the street and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Ooh, how is sunshine day? Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Ooh, how is sunshine day? Sunshine.
Hey everybody, thanks for sticking around. We are still here, and we're back. Glad you're still here. And we were just having a little fun. We don't have any guests today. It's just myself, Kayla, and Jesse here in the studio, and we've been super busy. You guys know that, and we've been running around, and we're building a culture here on the team, and that's a big part of the reason why we made this change, right? Wouldn't you agree that this is working out extremely well for us?
Yeah, I'm a lot of resources.
And are you happy with the change so far there?
So far I am, yeah.
Yeah. And is there anything that you would like to see added or not?
I mean, the more training, the better.
Okay.
And EXP does offer a lot of training within their own workplace and their own programs. Yeah,
and a lot of brokerages do offer different training. What we've done is, and you know this, we've actually taken the training, and obviously all the extra stuff is always there, but as a team, we've actually kind of streamlined it so you get the primary training that you need, because in this business, you've seen it. You've been here for a while now. There's a lot of distractions in this business, and there's always somebody trying to get you to buy a product or go over here or do this or do that. And if you don't have somebody to keep you online, you can get off track real fast. And that's what we're doing. And we're growing. And actually, we're trying to increase. We're looking to add another 20 to 30 agents, quality agents, by the end of the year as we grow throughout the state of Florida and also Maryland. So if you guys know of anybody, I would love to talk to anybody that's if they're thinking about getting into real estate, or if they're not happy in their current brokerage, give me a call. Send me an email, cnolan@thenolangroup.com, and just let us know. And I'd love to talk to them, at least tell you a little bit about what we have to offer and why we're building this culture. Because at the end of the day, we've talked about this. As a realtor, or anybody in any kind of sales position, if something happens to you and your sales stop, your income stops. And that's not a safe place to be for anybody, because most of us, if you've lived past the age of 15 or 20, you've had, or sometimes, unfortunately, when you're younger, you've had different things that have happened, whether it's a family loss or an illness, or, we've had girls on the team that have had children, things like that. And these life events, they cause a ripple and they take away from our work life. With what we do here, we provide that stability. And would you agree that we have a different stability than somebody that is out there on their own? Yeah,
it's definitely different than how I feel like most brokerages operate, I guess.
Yeah, well, and you're seeing a lot more of more teams come up, but we've taken the past 10 years. I've been working on this, and us as a team, and we've really brought together a great group of people, and I'm super excited for what we have going on. So we now cover the entire entire East Coast of Florida. Right, we have agents all the way up and down the coast, as well as we have agents in Orlando, and we're working towards Tampa, and we'll be moving through the rest of Florida. So it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then all these stories of the crazy things that happen on the showings and listings and all that stuff, we'll have a whole lot more of them.
Yeah, you'll be getting all the phone calls.
Absolutely. Yeah, as a matter of fact, if you guys have something, if you're following us on Facebook and you have a situation, I don't care if you're a realtor out there listening, if you're a wherever you're at, if you have something crazy that you would like to share with us that you've seen in the course of your daily routine, I would love to hear from you. If you want to post it on social media, great. If you'd rather email it to us directly, that's fine too. I'd love to hear all about it because it makes me laugh at the end of the day. So, and we look forward to seeing some of your stuff and hearing more of the crazy stuff that you come in contact as you move into your career there, Kayla.
Yeah. I mean, it hasn't been too crazy lately, though, so it's like, I mean, it's been busy, but not like weird, you know? So it's been pretty good.
Yeah, but you've been pretty deliberate with what you've been doing out there. You've been working hard, and I do have to say, you know, I've seen a lot of people, and it is very impressive the consistency on how you're working. So you just keep up the good work with that, and we know you're going to do great things. So we can't wait to see the rest of it. So
Yeah, thank you.
now, you can take any time to kind of unwind and back down, maybe enjoy yourself a little bit?
Well, it's getting hot again, so I was thinking about maybe going to the beach this weekend.
Okay.
It's been windy, I guess, the past few weekends, and so the beach isn't enjoyable.
So any particular beach that you like, or just?
Well, my favorite one is the tracking station in Vero. It's behind the 7-Eleven. It's kind of hidden. There's less people there. It's pretty nice, and there's a lifeguard there. So if you have kids, you can bring them out.
Okay.
And then if it's not that one, it's Golden Sands.
Okay.
And Sebastian.
Nice. Now, what do you are you swimming, or are you just chilling out on the beach? What do you like to do? Yeah,
well, I don't know why. I'm born and raised here in Vero, so the beach is like my home. So I just hang out and just bring a towel, bring a book, and I go in the water sometimes. I'm hot.
Okay.
Just feel it out though. Just hang out.
Now, going out of Vero, have you ever paddleboarded or anything out to the little wrecks that are out there?
No, I actually have.
Yeah, I want to do that. I keep meaning to get out there. One, I don't paddleboard, but but there's other ways to get out there, so I got to check that out. Maybe we'll do a team outing. What do you think?
On paddleboards?
Yeah.
You think it'd build trust? Is there a way to build trust with paddleboarding?
I mean, if you're standing next to me and you don't knock me off my paddleboard, I'm going to start to trust you. You know,
yeah.
It's just if you knock me off. What do you think there, Jesse?
I'd say so. Especially it's a tandem paddleboard, right?
A tandem paddleboard.
With two people.
That would be a trust building exercise.
See, a team meeting on the water.
Well, so we had when we first started growing back in Maryland before we were down here in Florida, we had a lot of people that joined on the team, and we had different personalities, and there was a couple little disputes. So I went out and I found on the clearance rack they had those big inflatable balls. I don't know if I told you about this, but these inflatable balls, and you know, it's like just a ball, and you run into each other, right? And you kind of fight it out. So I came in one of our meetings, I put it down on the counter, and it had a picture of two people, you know, duking it out. And I said, look, anybody that has any more problems, this is going to be our new dispute resolution system. So it sat there on the shelf. After that, everybody was cool, no problems. And it sat there for like 3 or 4 years. And then a couple of years ago, we were doing our Maryland Christmas party, and Katie Gaither, she says, oh, we're breaking these things out. We're going to have fun tonight. She opened up the package. You know what? There was only one in there. I never read the fine print. There was only one. You had to get 2 packages.
Yeah. So that doesn't really surprise me, though, but it
is what it is.
Because if you have issues with someone, you just ask them politely to put it on, and then you can just push them as far as you want. And then they'll just roll around, you know?
I like it.
You gotta ask them nicely to put it on, though, or I don't think they will. So, they'll figure out.
Yeah, you might have to talk them into it.
Yeah.
But we might have to get one just because they seem fun.
Yeah.
So.
In your backyard, though, you could go jump in and fall into the canal or something. If you were doing those out in your yard.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, right?
No.
What do you think?
No.
Well, you know, it'd actually be funny about that because it's a ball and your feet stick out. Then you're sitting out there in the middle of the water with your feet dangling, and that little gator swims by. You know, wants to see what's going on. So that could make it real interesting.
Absolutely.
But anyway, we are running short on time. I do want to thank everybody for sticking it out with us and having fun. Hopefully you guys are having a great week, and we'll be definitely seeing you guys here soon. Don't forget, you guys can always send me an email, cnolan@thenolangroup.com if you're looking to buy, sell, rent, or if you're looking for possibly a new home or a new career. But other than that, we do hope you have a great week. Stay safe out there. Go check out that air show. And remember to follow us on Facebook. Follow us to your new home. And we will see you next week. Bye, everybody.